A new study reveals when people were asked to judge a man on his parenting skills based on his looks, it was the men with these so-called dad bod looks, so think like a little bit of a tum and maybe a bit of a hairy chest, that came out on top rather than, you know, the sort of muscle-bound hunks. So, do looks maketh the dad? So, Kelly, I'm asking you about this because didn't all your friends used to fancy your dad?
Oh my goodness. Whenever I'd have like a sleepover or my friends over for dinner or whatever, they'd always be like, can I come? Can I come? I'm really, I'm like, oh, I'm really popular. And then later on, I figured out actually they used to fancy my dad and they'd go like, oh, he's a bit of all right. He's a bit Denzel Washington. I'm not going to big him up because he's watching. So I'm not going to give my dad too much of a big head. But yeah, they used to really fancy my dad. So I was always a bit like, oh, this is so embarrassing. But yeah, they used to like him. But he's developed now and he's become a granddad. And he's definitely got like a nice...
Right. Yeah, well, Daddy is all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's all right, yeah. Judi, back off. You know
what I mean, daughter? You know what, look, body doesn't really matter. Looks-wise, I think for me, like I think a beard reminds me of, like, you know, a daddy. Like, for me, who I look at and feel like that connection to is Trevor McDonald. Maybe because my daddy back home, he's a little bit, but Trevor McDonald looks like he would give you the right... Look at him, daddy! He looks like he would give you the right advice and he could pay the university fees. Like, I think that fits into one.
Is that all you asked for in a dad?
No, but he looks like he should be called the daddy.
It's funny, isn't it, how we have this image. I remember back in school days, my friend who was then Jill Hewitson.
She might still be called that, but yeah.
She's not now. She's not called that anymore. But anyway, hi, Jill. She used to always say, the people that she used to fancy all the time, she used to say were like... oh, he looks like a husband. He looks like a husband. And I knew exactly what she wasn't looking for a husband, but she would fancy people who looked like a husband. And it was always guys, I'm talking 100 years ago, obviously, but it was always guys who had like a sort of a chino sort of look and a jumper with maybe a shirt out of it. And I'd go, oh, there's one you'd like, there's a guy you'd like. And it was like a husband type. I think that with dads, if they're saying that the gym-honed bodies men don't look like dads, I think that's because people have this preconception that if they've got slightly much more vanity, maybe they won't be a good dad, which is rubbish.
It is rubbish.
People fancied my dad even when he was dressed as Shirley Bassey.
I don't even know if that was an option in the survey that they did.
Look, beard with a little grey and shows a little wisdom, you know?
Yeah. Oh, you know, when I was growing up, gosh, I had very strange crushes, I suppose, just for my age group, not necessarily because people... I really like Michael Palin. I mean, look at that little face. That's a dad-type crush.
Palin.
Yeah? Well, polite smiles all round.